Hello, in this video we show you how to change some of the settings in the camera on the LG G2, and this refers to settings for both still images and video. So there's quite a lot of control that you have over the camera on the G2. On the back here is actually a 13 megapixel camera capable of recording in 1080p. So we're going to access the camera via an app shortcut on the home screen or through our app tray. So when we're in the camera, we need to select the settings that we need to configure. So at the moment we're on the standard camera for stills, and we can flick to the video camera here by moving this little switch like this. So let's start with the normal camera, and we've got a variety of settings on the left hand side here. So we've got the flash settings here where we're switching the flash on or off. So where it's got a cross through it, it's actually off. Like that means flash is on, so every time we take a picture the flash will go off. Then with the A, it's an automatic where the phone will detect whether it needs flash or not. We then have the option here to flick between the front and rear facing camera. So there's the front facing camera. If I press it again, we're now at the rear facing camera. We then have the mode, and this allows us to change the settings automatically by selecting a different shooting mode. So if we know that we're trying to take a picture at night, we click the night mode. If we're trying to take a picture of sports, we click sports mode, or alternatively you can select the intelligent auto mode, and this will basically try and select the best settings going. Now when you're in one of those predefined modes, you don't really have that much control in terms of further settings. It depends which mode you're in as to what you can change here, but most people will probably shoot pictures in the normal mode. And in normal mode you have full control over the settings, which is on this cog here, and you can change a lot of these here. So we've got cheese shutter, and basically what this means is if we switch this on, we can speak to the phone to take the picture rather than having to press a button on the device. And then it comes up and tells us what we can actually say, like cheese, smile. And then when we say that, we'll be able to take a picture. We can change the brightness of the image by using these controls here. We can change the focus to automatic, to manual, to face tracking. We can change the image resolution. Now each of these pop up, as you can see. We can change the ISO. We can scroll through the results underneath. Change the white balance. We can change the color effects to get a different effect on the image. We've got a timer option. Got geotagging. This refers to your location, so you will need your GPS switched on if you want this switched on. You've got shutter sounds, which tones play. You can decide whether you actually have the capture key as the on-screen button, or you can actually use the zoom controls or the volume keys on the back to capture the image. You've got further help there about the camera. It tells you a little bit more in depth there. You can actually read in to each one of these and sort of gives you a little bit more information. And then finally you've got a reset button, which will allow you to reset all of the options back to the default. Now if we flick through to video mode, we've got a lot of the similar options now. So we can click the flash, we can change between the front and rear facing camera. We've got the mode to select different effects when recording. So we've got live effect, dual recording and tracking zoom. Whether you want to use any of those will be up to you. Dual recording is quite a nice feature because it uses both cameras at the same time, but most people will be shooting in normal mode. And then you've got the settings, again not quite as extensive as the camera, but you've got audio zoom, and this is where you can zoom into particular subjects that you're recording. So if you're recording a group of singers, you can zoom into one particular singer to try and emphasize their voice particularly in the video. You can change the video resolution, you can change the brightness, you can change the white balance, you can change the effects so you can get an effect on what you're recording. You've got your geotagging, which uses your location, and you can select the record key. So at the moment it's the button on screen, but we could use the zoom controls as the record key instead. You've got help, and then you've got the reset again. So that's a look at some of the key settings on the LG G2 camera for stills and video recording.